Were you in the room when Jack was born?
I was, yeah. I was navigating the tension between the nurse and the doula. You know, and then I got into it with the doula. The doula is the one that helps, like, with the mom, like, kind of in a homeopathic way. And it's like this, they just help move the baby in the right position, calm them, you know what I mean? But there was times where I wanted to like calm my wife and be there, and I felt like she was taking my space, my place.
I told the doula to get lost.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck out of the room.
And Haley told me I had to apologize to the doula. I did the same kind of thing. Haley, baby.
People are talking nonstop about Justin Bieber right now because he suddenly decided he's gonna start streaming on Twitch, and it's got everybody watching him in a whole new way. He's basically filming his whole life for hours at a time, and folks online are analyzing every blink, every move, every little vibe he puts out there. Justin's been hopping on Twitch pretty often lately, just chilling, chatting, playing music, hanging with his crew, and even eating on stream like he's just vibing in real time. It really feels like he watched a bunch of other streamers and said, yeah, I want to try that too. Some people are even whispering that he might be doing it for extra cash, especially after rumors popped up claiming Justin was dealing with money problems. But who knows what's real out here? Either way, this is his new thing, and he's running with it. But since he's lived for so long, he ends up saying a whole lot of unfiltered stuff. And these rants he's been going on have been turning into headlines left and right. One of the wildest moments was when he told a story about the birth of his son, Jack. And he said Haley brought in a doula, but he and the doula were clashing hard. Justin felt like she was stepping into his space as a dad, like he couldn't comfort Haley the way he wanted because the doula kept jumping in. So he snapped and raised his voice at her, turning the whole room tense. Haley ended up making him apologize to the doula to calm things down because the energy was getting too heavy in there. And he shared all of this on livestream like it was nothing. And the whole time I'm sitting there thinking, she probably did not want that out in the world. And honestly, imagining that whole situation during the birth had me stressed just hearing it. You're trying to bring a baby into the world and suddenly your husband is arguing with the doula? That's the kind of stuff you expect to see in a dramatic movie scene, not real life. And it had me feeling so bad for Haley. At the end of the day, the doula was literally there to do her job. She's there to advocate, to support, to help the mom feel safe and calm. She's working, she's trying to get her check, and Haley clearly wanted her there. Doulas are expensive out here in the US. So if someone's paying that much money, they obviously trust that person to be part of the birth experience. So to hear Justin saying on live that he basically felt like she needed to leave, that's wild to drop publicly like that. Justin's been opening up about way more than just gaming while he streams. He's been dropping hints about people in his life who he says used him or tried to eat off his success, and that instantly got the internet buzzing. A lot of folks think he's talking about Scooter Braun or even his old business managers because that whole crew switch up he went through was messy.
Bullshit and people taking advantage of me because I was making money with them. You know what I mean? And I finally got to a point where I'm like, it's not worth being stepped on because this person's helping me make money. You know? So like I've gotten to a point in my life where I'm just, my no's have really been, and my boundaries have helped me to like really grow as a person, and like, and money usually, like resources and money and all these things will happen, and when you just prioritize people, I think, you know, because I really think people are the point, and money is just a resource, and it's neither here nor there. It's like, I thought once I got, you know, X amount of dollars, I was going to be happy, or once I achieved, you know, sold out Madison Square Garden, I was going to be happy, or like once I, you know, there was so many things that I thought were going to fix.
There were all those reports claiming Justin felt like money went missing, so he fired the entire management team and brought in a new one, and everyone was side-eyeing the situation like, okay, who exactly did what? Since Scooter worked with him for basically his whole career and then they suddenly split, people couldn't help but connect the dots. Justin didn't drop any names on stream, but when he talks about being taken advantage of course people online are gonna start pointing at Scooter and guessing what really went down. Then he got into talking about his career and what's coming up next, and he mentioned Coachella, saying that's his one show next year.
Overwhelming.
Yeah, that's dope, Lord, bro.
Excited for that.
Reading the Loyal video?
A lot of songs from the new album, or you?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the whole pull both projects probably and just find a way to like merge some of the old songs in where I can and like, but yeah, I haven't performed these songs live yet, and that'll be kind of the first time I really do them all like live like that. I'm super excited. And like performing in the desert, like I've always dreamed of performing at Coachella, like something really magical about being out there in the desert. Like we have a place out there, and it's one of my favorite places in the world, being either desert, mountains. What's your favorite kind of place to be? Ocean? By the way, yeah.
Fans were not thrilled about that at all. People were like, hold up, that's it? Because his fan base wants a whole tour, not just one appearance. But honestly, considering how rough his last attempt at touring was and how he had to cancel because of the stress and the health stuff, one show might be the smartest move for him right now. Even then, people aren't fully convinced it'll happen. Justin keeps saying he's excited for Coachella, but Coachella is months away, and everyone knows how unpredictable he can be. Fans are already whispering about him possibly pulling a Kanye or a Frank Ocean situation and canceling last minute, and some people literally bought tickets just to see him. They're begging the universe that he actually shows up. But the moment that broke the internet the most was when his physical therapy session somehow made its way onto the stream. His physical therapist came over and put her hand on his back while they were working, and viewers instantly started reacting like, whoa, she's way too close to him right now! It turned into a whole viral debate within minutes, with people dissecting every frame like they were analyzing some kind of secret scandal. And if I were Hailey, I'd be side-eyeing the whole situation, no question. People were blowing up the comments under the clips, saying things like, ain't no way she need to be doing all that, and calling out how the therapist looked way too comfortable while working on Justin. Viewers were joking that she looked like she was having the time of her life, and that no massage therapist needs to be that hands-on for a simple adjustment. Some folks were even like, I don't care whose doctor that is, why he laid out getting adjusted like that, and insisting there was no reason for that kind of physical closeness. But not everybody agreed. Plenty of people defended Justin, reminding everyone that Hailey actually uses the same therapist and that this was real professional treatment, nothing more. Justin has been open about dealing with nerve issues and mobility struggles, so physical therapy is something he genuinely needs. One person even wrote, that's Dr. Jocelyn Miranda. She's a chiropractor who's treated both Justin and Hailey for years, and she's basically a family friend. So yeah, some felt she looked a little too close, but others were like, relax, this is her job. And honestly, that's the reality of streaming. Once you broadcast parts of your everyday life, people online are gonna analyze every single thing and turn it into a whole debate.
Was butting heads with the doula, and it was just like this, and I was hella emotional because it's like, this is like one of the most important times of your life. And I remember just like, I think I was being really strong with the doula, like, and then it was making Hailey feel anxious.
Yeah.
So she's like, you need to apologize to the doula, like, just make it just clear the air. Yeah. Just like, so I just was like, I'm sorry, my emotions are heightened. I don't want you to take away from my moment either as the dad. Like, I got this too. There's times where I need to console Hailey, and I felt like she was pushing me to the side. Yeah. So that she could do it. And I'm like, I got good instincts with this stuff too.
What really stands out to me is how interesting it is that Justin even likes streaming like this. He's always seemed private, but lately he's been posting on Instagram nonstop, dropping pictures every few minutes like he's just letting the world in on everything he does. Maybe this Twitch era is just his new way of being more open with fans, even if it sparks a ton of conversations. But to his credit, he's still keeping the important stuff locked down. He's careful not to show Hailey or the baby on stream, and he's staying super protective of them, which is good to see. At least Justin is making sure his family stays off camera and safe while he experiments with this new streaming lifestyle. So now I really want to know what you think about all of this. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Tell me how you feel about Justin streaming parts of his life and whether you think this is a good move or a messy one. Like, comment, share, and make sure you're subscribed. And I'll catch you in the next one.